Guys Squad, we are back in the building and I am still here in New York. We just saw the premiere episode for The Real Housewives of Dubai. Shout out to BravoTV.com, or Bravo TV I should say, as well as NBC Universal for having me in the building. Shout out to Sarah Galley from Andy's Girls for also recommending me as well. I appreciate you for that. And so let's talk about The Real Housewives of Dubai, the premiere episode, okay? Now, I'm actually doing this video the same day as I'm doing the spoiler-free review, but I feel like I want to do this while it's fresh on my mind and I don't have any notes in front of me. So first things first, Dubai is shot a bit differently from other Real Housewives franchises, in that I would say, for me, I feel as though their intros are shot differently. The taglines, baby. Lisa Milan's taglines, the only thing you can take from me is notes, baby. When she said that tagline in the premiere event, everybody went buck wild because we had not yet heard the taglines yet. So for me, it was like unanimous. When everybody heard that, everybody cheered in the audience. It was crazy. And I was like, oh, she snapped on that one. And I don't know what it was about it, but it was just something about it that was just like, bam, it hit you, right? The intro sequence is very interesting because they have like the sort of dark, the nighttime Dubai backdrop with the lighter colors, which is interesting. It's a different, very different way to shoot the intros than we're used to. Even their intro title cards are a bit different in how they are described, which I did like. The confessionals are shot different, which I absolutely love because you can see the entirety of each lady's outfit down to the shoes, which I absolutely love. Everybody had very different confessional looks, very different color palettes, which I appreciated. And I just kind of felt like each person's confessional and confessional attire and backdrop really fit their personalities. And I thought that that was done really, really, really well. And actually, I would like to see more of that done across the different franchises because I think that it's novel, it's new, and we haven't seen that before. And I think, wow, wouldn't that be amazing if we could see the entirety of someone from Real Housewives of Atlanta's like full outfit, some of the Beverly Hills girls full outfits. Like, I want to see that moving forward than just the regular shot that I'm giving you guys right now, right? So there's that. The episode starts off with an introduction to Chanel Ayan, who is doing a photo shoot. And baby, let me tell you something. This photo shoot she is doing in the desert, it is literally, I mean, it's just golden. And her personality is effervescent. And I will tell you, and I think I said it in the spoiler-free review, that it is the Chanel Ayan and Caroline Brooks show for this first episode. And every time Chanel Ayan was on the screen, my face was literally lit up with either laughter or a smile or just something. Like she just has this energy that is reminiscent of like a Sonia Morgan mixed with someone else, but it's a completely fresh and new personality. And she does this thing where she says, I'm a bad bee in 4 different languages. And you're just like, boom, 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 boom. I was like, yes, okay. And you know, I just love her backstory. She is from Kenya. Like, she is the first Black supermodel in Dubai. And her whole story to me is so fascinating that I just feel like I want more Chanel Ayan in my life. And I don't think that I said this in the actual spoiler-free review, but what I'll say right now is during the Q&A, she was late. And well, she wasn't late per se, but she was having some technical issues. And so they were already asking questions of the other ladies when she happened to join in. And she was just, when she hopped on the screen, she was already commenting on Lisa Milan's boobs and whatnot. It was just like, she was already in, like, if you thought that she was portraying a character on the show, what you realized is this is who she is in real life. That's her personality. And it is so refreshing to see on this show. And I will be interested to see the dynamics between her, Caroline Brooks, and Caroline Stanbury, because there is an interesting beef that is brewing amongst the three of them that I feel like needs to be further explored. Chanel Ayan and Caroline Brooks remind me of Giselle and Karen Huger in the way that they kind of be. They're kind of friends, they're kind of frenemies, you just don't know depending on the day. And Chanel Ayan and Caroline Stanbury are just like straight up frenemies in general. Like it's not even a hidden thing, right? The basis for this first episode is really kind of getting to know each of the ladies. And Caroline Stanbury is having what she calls a hen party, which is essentially I guess what you would call a bachelorette party. But in this bachelorette party, she is actually going to be having her husband there. They are technically already married because of some technicalities that happen in Dubai, and they're just having a ceremony for their family and friends. And so this bachelorette party is kind of the first of its kind for at least a lot of the women, where a guy is involved in it as well. And Chanel Ayan does not get an invite to Caroline Stanbury's party. Neither does Sarah, but Sarah doesn't know many of the ladies as well quite yet. Sarah and Nina are two of the other ladies that may not be as well known to some of you guys who are watching, but have interesting stories nonetheless, particularly Sarah, because she's kind of the newcomer to the group just a bit, and she's described as a bit rebellious, even though I do believe she is, I think she's, I could be wrong, but I think she's Muslim, but I'm not necessarily sure. I would have to double check that, and please, if I'm mistaken, that please charge that to my mind and not my heart. But there's just a lot of diversity in this group, and it's something that is so new in this space of housewives that I fully appreciate it. And I think that they're gonna really double down on exploring, you know, what each woman's background is like. And I appreciate that so much, because just being a black man and being a person of color in general, I find that I am in love with this notion of getting to know other cultures, especially some that I've experienced personally. So I think you guys are gonna really enjoy that aspect of it as well, for people who are in the community that, you know, I'm speaking to in terms of our community. The Skye Squad, y'all know what I'm talking about. Lisa Milan is a familiar face for many of you guys because she was also featured on College Hill. She has a very bright and vivacious personality. She's kind of a centerpiece in terms of, you know, connections within the group. Caroline Stanbury is kind of a centerpiece in terms of connections within the group. If you are familiar with Caroline Stanbury from Ladies of London, then you are gonna be getting a different Caroline here. Caroline Stanbury from Ladies of London was kind of the HBIC in that group, in the sense that she was on the show with friends and like family, okay? In this show, she's also surrounded by personalities who are just as big as hers, if not bigger. And so it's interesting to see how she kind of navigates within this group, still kind of being that sort of centerpiece, but seemingly open to sharing the spotlight and not seeming to really care that much, and just seeming a bit more free, I would say. You definitely feel like Caroline Stanbury here is a bit more subdued and just relaxed and laid back than the Caroline Stanbury from Ladies of London. So that to me was a big difference. I was expecting her to kind of come in and sort of try to take charge of the girls, but she didn't really do that, which I also found to be quite nice. But you know, I feel like the beef between her and Chanel Ayan needs to be further explained to me, because I don't necessarily know what their true issue is, other than the fact that I think that Caroline feels like Chanel Ayan makes everything about herself, which I can kind of see, but Chanel Ayan is the perfect person to be on our reality TV screens in this point in time in history. I will definitely say that. She's a breath of fresh air, but she is quintessential reality TV at the same time. And if you've seen the episode, you will know exactly what I'm talking about. Caroline Brooks is another one of my favorites that stood out to me. There was something about her kind of like boss bee personality that I just kind of felt like, okay, like she's giving me that snap, crackle, and pop that I need on this type of reality show. When she walked onto Caroline's boat and asked, well, what is the budget? Like, I was just like, what? Everybody cracked up laughing when she said that. And I don't know what it was about it, but everybody just was rolling when she said it in the premiere event. It was just kind of like a moment, and her personality translates the same way in the live Q&A afterwards when she was answering questions. And so she's somebody that I really feel like if I would want to talk to a couple of these ladies on the cast. Like, actually, there's not one lady that I wouldn't want to talk to on this cast, because I feel like each one of them would give me something a little bit different. And so that would be very, very interesting. But let me tell you something. This first episode to me, and I said it in the spoiler-free review, is literally the Chanel Ayan and the Caroline Brooks show. And they show out, okay? They've shown out. I think I said it before, I give this show a 10 out of 10. There were just so many moments that I felt like I could appreciate, that I feel like they filled this one episode with so many moments that sometimes you don't even get in an entire season of some Housewives shows, like in Orange County or something like that, to be quite honest with you. Like, y'all can go ahead and cancel Orange County. Let's just focus on Dubai, Salt Lake City, Potomac, you know, Beverly Hills, Atlanta, and Jersey at this point. We don't need OC no more, because y'all not gonna give us what we getting over here, okay? With these ladies right here. A diverse cast of actual wealth, okay? And that's what viewers like me want to see, who have been watching Housewives over all of these years. And I know the Orange County, and I don't even know why I'm talking about Orange County, but I know that Orange County was the first on the map. But unless you're bringing Tamra Judge back, don't even come to the table with another season of Orange County. Because unless you're bringing Tamra back, we don't want it. We don't want it. I love Shannon, I do, but you need Tamra on that show to make it pop, okay? And without her, let's just go ahead and face it, we don't really have a show, okay? We've got something else. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's The Hills or something. It's not even The Hills, okay? The OC for moms. Anyway, those are my thoughts on the premiere episode of The Real Housewives of Dubai. Of course, starting next week, we'll be doing our regular types of reviews. I will either be doing a live review of Dubai or a live review of Beverly Hills. You guys let me know which one you want, and then the other one will be pre-recorded, because 2 lives back to back is just a lot. So let me know in the chat which ones you want live, because I think for some reason Dubai might be the one you want to see live, okay? With that being said, I will catch you guys in the next video, and remember to give me your ratings for Dubai in the chat down below. All right, I will catch you guys in the next one.